This is the Transformer Gundam, and welcome to the unboxing of the Railgrade Wing Zero Custom. So this is actually not my first Wing Zero kit. I've actually built the high grade version of it, which as you can see I've battle scarred, but at the time this was a great kit, but I'm glad that it finally has the update that it deserves. So I will compare the two kits once the Wing Zero is actually built. So taking a look at the front of the box, it has the nice Railgrade artwork, which I've come to love. It has a nice facial shot of the Gundam, and of course a full body shot over here. Always very nice artwork for Railgrade kits. On the top it says Railgrade Excitement Embodied. The bottom says name of the Gundam, Wing Gundam Zero EW, or Endless Waltz, or Gundam Zero Custom, whichever you call it. Down here it says Colonies Liberation Organization Mobile Suit XXG00W0. And in small text it says, Railgrade is a new brand which, as its name indicates, aims to be the real thing. Fine details are reproduced along with abundant colored parts. The movable range, which is as wide as possible, was mounted on the assembled inner frame, which is simply cut out, which is of course talking about the pre-assembled inner frame that comes with all Railgrades. Anyways, we want to tell all generations who know Gundam of the pleasure and excitement of making mobile suits, which are very true there. Please be sure to enjoy the numerous gimmicks incorporated in this palm-size 1/144 scale model. So that's what it says there. Down here it says Bandai made in 2014 in Japan. Taking a look at the side of the box, it just has the same artwork as it does on the front, with that close-up shot of Wing Zero's head. Of course, it says Railgrade. Here you get a good look at the Railgrade inner frame, which if you build one Railgrade, you should know what to expect with this frame. Of course, it's just showing how it's all the parts are there. You just got to cut them out. And over here it's showing the wings for the Wing Zero Custom, which is very nice looking. They can open up like that, and you can get some pretty cool shots with those wings. As you can see here, this is a unpainted picture of the kit, which is always nice when Bandai include these. It just shows it with all the decals, just straight out of the box with no paint. And also comes with a tiny figure of Hero Yui. Side of the box just shows the same thing as the front. Wing Gundam Zero EW, Railgrade, and the same facial shots. The side is where we get to the good stuff. So here it's showing some of the poses you can do with the kneeling pose with the twin Buster rifle, and then it's showing all the cool stuff you can do with the action base, which if any Gundam would need a good action base, that would be this kit right here, because this kit was meant to be in the air. But anyways, it's showing the some of the cool shots you can do, like replicate from an anime, some beam saber action. And then just some more gimmicks, the machine guns popping out, the cockpit opening, and just some of the other great details and articulation. And this kit retails for 2,500 Japanese yen. So let's crack this thing open and see what we got. As you can see, the Railgrade kits all come with these nice gloss black bottoms, which shows other versions of the same Gundam. Like it's showing off the Master Grade version of the Wing Zero Custom and the Perfect Grade. Side just says Gunpla made in Japan, and showing some websites you can visit, www.gundaminfo.com and http bandai-hobby.net. And here it's showing all the different versions of the high grade, like the Wing Gundam, Wing Proto Zero, or just Wing, yeah, I think that's just a Proto Zero. And this is the ST version of the Wing Zero Custom. Well, that's the first Wing Zero Custom. The one with the Angel Wings is Wing Zero Custom EW in this Waltz version. Anyways, taking a look here, we got the first runner, which has the nice railgrade decals, which this railgrade doesn't seem to come as big of a decal sheet as most railgrades do, but still you get some nice decals here, some really small ones, and they're all nicely detailed. Of course you get the nice metallic ones, like for the joints, some metallic green for the eyes, for the cameras. And here you get the first runners, which is surprisingly not the A plate. This is G plate, which of course contains the Buster Rifles, the hands, some thrusters it looks like. Oh, machine gun parts actually. And yeah, just some other parts. On the other side, we could first look at the wings, which seem to be plastic. I actually wasn't sure if the wings were going to be rubber or plastic, but these seem to be plastic and not rubber. But yeah, here's the look at the wings. You get the head here. Here's the Hero Yui figure. It's very small but nicely detailed. And looks like you just get some more parts here. And looks like part of the foot. And yeah. Next up we get some more colorful plates. Well, this is definitely the A plate here. And of course you get a look at the inner frame, which you can see is all pre-built. So here you got the chest, the legs, the arms, the hands, and yeah, this is the inner frame, so you don't have to do anything to assemble it. It's pretty much already assembled for you, which is always nice. And down here you get some nice looking grain beam sabers, which is a very nice translucent grain. I really like that. And then of course you get some red for the feet. Looks like some more red for the chest. Yeah, more chest parts. That looks like for the heads. The red parts on the head right here. Looks like you get some nice dark blue, like navy blue kind of, but you get some shoulder pieces. Let's see, the waist, more parts for the head, and you get some nice clear parts over here. Can't really tell. Oh, I think that's also for the head. This is the jewel that goes in the middle of the chest, I think. And yeah, that looks like about it. We get some leg joints or leg armor down here for the whites. And yeah, so that one. Next up, we get some more whites and some more gray for the joints. Well, not really joints, but like for the legs. And looks like that's the backpack connector piece. Let's see. Those look like more ring connector pieces. And don't really know about the rest of this stuff. And down here you get first look at the big size wing parts, which once again plastic, not rubber. Has some more white parts. Looks like for the legs or arms, maybe for the shoulders. There's some more wing parts. And yeah, plastic once again, because I'm just trying to see if it's rubber, because I know the Massacre, the Wing Zero Custom, had rubber parts for the wings, which I've heard good and bad things about. But here we just got more wing parts, and yeah. And taking a look at the last plate thing here, you get once again more gray. Looks like more joints and stuff for the wings, maybe. Got some stuff for the arms here. And on the back, once again, we get some more wing parts. And hold on, this actually looks like it's the same plates. It is. As you can see, you get two of the same plates for some reason. It's kind of weird, but I don't know. I guess I'll figure it out when I actually build it. But yeah, looks like you've already seen all this stuff. Which, okay, let me see something. Yep, as you can see, this is D1. This is D2. This is E2, and this is E1. So I don't know why they gave you some of the same parts. I don't know, unless, I guess if you lose some of it, or I don't know, I guess I'll find out when we get to the instructions. So here are the instructions. Typical real grade instructions. As you can see, it has the nice shot of the head. And this is number 17 in the real grade line, as you can see. So, anyways, putting up here, showing off the inner frame and how it works and how to actually attach everything and stuff. And it's just showing you, you know, how to like indicate the parts and how to cut them off, and basically just a guide for beginners. It's always nice to have. How to get rid of nub marks and stuff like that. Over here we got the parts count. And yeah, as you can see here, you got E1 and E2, which E2 just looks like part of E1 that was cut off. So that's interesting. Same with D2 and D1. Then of course you got A, the frame here, C, D1, D2, E1, E2, F, and G. So here you start off with the legs, which of course you're just adding stuff onto the real grade inner frame. Very similar to what we've already seen if you've built a real grade before. Just adding more armor parts. Next page, you go on to the waist units, which pretty self-explanatory, just adding more armor parts. Now this part's always kind of confusing. You have to rotate some things around to make sure it's positioned right, but once that's done, just add on parts, and then you're good to go, and you attach on the legs after that. Then you work on the body unit. Once again, you gotta twist some things around on the frame, and then you just start adding on more armor pieces. And then there's the clear part for the center of the chest. Then after the chest assembly, you connect that to the waist and add on the side skirts. And you go on to the arms. Once again, more twisting and turning. As you can see, the arms is a little more complicated. And then of course you're just adding more armor pieces. Then showing you the same thing for the other arm, attaching it to the chest. And then next you're building the shoulder pieces. And the head, which isn't that long, as you can see, only a couple steps there, surprisingly. And then it's also some colored pictures of the weapons and some poses I've already seen from the box. After that, you go to the backpack unit, assembling the part that will attach all the wings together. Then going on to the actual wing parts, which seems pretty complicated just for the wings, but that's always nice, which will allow some cool poses. As you can see, all those feather pieces can open up, which is always nice. And yeah, it looks like you are using both those big wing parts, so you can just attach two of those together. So, okay, it's starting to make a little more sense now. Then you're attaching that to the backpack. Then you attach that to the Gundam. And you get more color of the same stuff you saw in the box art. Then we move on to the weapons with the twin buster rifle, the right one, then the left twin buster rifle. Then you go on to the railgrade hands, and then it comes with the normal hands if you don't want to use those. And finally finish up with the beam saber. And then just showing you how to attach the buster rifle to the hands and how to hold it, showing off some other gimmicks. And that's really about it. Showing you how to do some poses with the wings. And on the back, you get a decal guide on how to apply all the nice or grade decals, which is always nice and colored for you, so you can easily find our decals and where you put them. So yeah, that's basically about it for the unboxing of the Railgrade Wing Zero Custom. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing, and that's about it, and I'll see you at the next video. Alright, Wing Zero, are you ready for your final mission? You knew this day was coming. Alright, let's get this over with. Mission accepted. You've just been Railgradified. Is that a word? Yeah, I think I'm gonna make that a word. Railgradified.